on. Show them how we do this, man. Yo, Born. Show them how we do this, man. Btbtv. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah. Btbtv. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas. Rah. Yo. John Gotti flow, rap Pablo, Escobar status, rap game Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching, like yo, I gotta post. I wake up everyday mission, it's $1 million notes, dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like hollow toast. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have, got that and then some, and then some. My ones on overload, say y'all overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope. The okie doke, we don't go for that. All she wrote, another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folks who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting to their life. Movie curtain closed. Nowadays your foes will plot you wearing Malcolm X hats, 666, the devil on his shoulder won the death match. Reminiscing when more street ninjas was off the hook, chasing D's up off the block, trying to run and get the force, blood on pavement. He's 12 years old and he tough to play with. He don't go to playgrounds, that's his fiends who want their veins stick. We can't miss, we can hit the target with our hands behind our back, our eyes closed and half brainless. Don't play with us. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folk who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting till they like movie curtain close. Yeah, Btbtv. It's the movement, man. You're born. You're born, let's get 'em. Let's get 'em. Kaz, we up in here, man. Hood famous.
Yo, peace to the 5% nation, the guys and nerves. Salam alaikum, alhamdulillah. Rahmat to Allah, to all my Muslim brothers and sisters out here. To my Btbtv family. Yo, we in the blood all crip, we doing our own thing. Btbtv that started his own gang, like nigga, what? What's good, y'all? Check this out, man. Check this out real quick. Peace, King Job, peace, Lord, peace. Top of the morning, brother. Top of the morning. North Wakanda TV, salute, my brother. Brandon's Recovery TV, we're definitely live. At Elite Perfumes, I don't know about that, bro. So let me pull some shit up for y'all real quick. Anybody who wanna chime in, they can hit the link. KSOO'S father, oh yeah. All right. Hard self. I want you to hear this before we pass judgment on this man. I want everybody to listen. This is fair use. This is fair use, though.
Get Simply Unlimited, our most affordable unlimited plan starting at just $20. Listen, check it out now. What I tell y'all, man, listen, the word snitch really just stands for sorry, nigga, I'm trying to come home. Okay? Nobody really trying to uphold to these street morals and codes y'all claim people are living by. In reality, it's survival for oneself. Okay? I always tell people, you don't got to worry about a snitch if you do your crime by yourself. Now, let me ask y'all a situation, okay? And this is a popular scenario that usually non-street dudes actually could be like, arguing about. Say you get in the car with two of your homies, right? And y'all get in the car, I don't know, maybe y'all driving to McDonald's. Okay, cool. Y'all driving to McDonald's, cops pull y'all over. Basically, one of your mans had a gun on him, and he threw the gun underneath the goddamn, chair, okay, underneath the seat. Now, the cops find the gun, basically look at all y'all and say, yo, whose gun is this, okay? Nobody says nothing. Remember, you ain't gonna say nothing even though it ain't your gun. You ain't gonna say nothing. You know why? Because you ain't no snitch, okay? Anyway, y'all all basically get locked up for gun possession, and you're now hoping that, basically legally, and also your homie knowing that you ain't got nothing to do with that gun, you're gonna be fine. Except they run the prints on the gun, they run ballistics, they come back and say, yo, that gun was used in 5 murders, okay? Now they said, hey, whose gun it is again? Nobody says nothing. You don't say nothing. The other two homies don't say nothing, okay? Now they upgrade all y'all charges to murder, okay? For them, they don't really care. As long as they get one of y'all or they got the right one out of the 3, they're going to make it. They're going to be all right. Okay, cool. So now you got a murder charge for a gun you didn't have, and you're kind of waiting for your homie to kind of let you off the hook, except it never happens. At what point do you actually tell the cops yourself, like, brother, it wasn't my gun. He came in here. He threw the gun under the seat. It's not my gun. It's his. Now, that would be considered snitching in the streets. Now, this is exactly what's happening with Queso and his father. Okay, his father is claiming that I had nothing to do with that murder you caught, but I got charged for the murder, and I've been sitting in jail for way too long, hoping that you were going to clear my name. So since you didn't clear my name, I am now snitching on you. Okay? Now, essentially, if you don't know, I was confused when I was reading the story before because I couldn't believe a father would tell on his own son. But the father, Queso's dad, got moved out of the jail, and he's now on the witness list for the prosecutor, which means he will be testifying in court against his son. Okay? Now, he actually, wherever his facility he got moved to, he clearly got some great Wi-Fi and probably an iPad, okay? Because he wrote up in a goddamn statement explaining to people in the free world who are judging him why he's telling on his son. And listen to this reasoning. He says this: if it was me and my daddy, Shaka, R.I.P., in a situation like this, I would have been freed my daddy a long time ago, no matter what my consequences would have been. No justification needed, especially if he's a good/great daddy. That part. He could do more for me out of jail/prison. Who leave their daddy in jail to rot, especially when you know he innocent? I would have been stood up and said, my daddy ain't got a fuck thing to do with nothing. You niggas and bitches out there in the free world talk that talk until it's time to walk that walk facing life sentence. Free good/great dads. Yeah, I know y'all never do. Okay, anyway, you know what he basically just said? He pretty much just told on Queso, even in an Instagram post. Okay, I hope he got his deal already because he just told on him in the post. Basically just said, man, I'm innocent, you guilty, bro. Speak up because it, just like the scenario I gave y'all, man, could you cop out to the gun because it ain't mine, it's yours, okay? He essentially saying that he sat in jail for as long as he could, and he's been watching his son not taking responsibility for the murder. And essentially, since his son won't speak up to clear his name, he will now be cooperating with the police to put his son in prison. Okay, that's just what it is. Okay, now again, I always say, if you don't want nobody to snitch on you, do the crime by your goddamn self. Okay, now people always say, well, blood is thicker than water. Well, damn, what the heck is this? If your own father is telling on you, what could you expect from a homie? Now, let me just say this, right? And I'm gonna get a little bit more into this actual murder case. I'm gonna give you all a better explanation on the next video. But Queso and his dad, if you don't know, Queso's dad was on the news before because he was driving his sons and somebody shot up a car, right? One of his sons got killed, right? And that's Queso's brother. So people thought that, him and Queso went to do a revenge killing, and that's why they caught the murder charge. So you're thinking they're both kind of complicit. They both got charged with murder after somebody tried to murder them, and also one of their brothers and sons got killed, right? However, the dad is basically just saying he wasn't with none of that, okay? which is very interesting. Clearly, the state wants Queso. They got him on 2 different murder charges. The dad, who basically seemingly was trying to be around his son at times while he was doing all this wild shit in the street, is taking no responsibility for how he raised his kid, for some of the stuff that his kid got into, and some of the nefarious activities his sons was doing in the neighborhood. He's making it seem like he's just a great old parent, like he was just bringing him back and forth to soccer practice or to basketball games, not acting like he didn't know that his son was running around being a menace, and actually his son was like a big top shooter, a top demon, and you're the father. You didn't discipline him, and now we got both y'all in jail. Why are you acting like you were the greatest father, and you acting like, oh man, yo, listen, I'm such a great dad, you should speak up and tell on yourself and let me out. You basically, on a subtle level, kind of like implicitly agreed with him being in that type of street life. Now this is what comes with it. Don't act like you were just randomly pulled into this. You raised the kid who was terrorizing or allegedly terrorizing the community according to the cops, and now you talking about he should just tell on himself because you was a great dad. Great dad where? Okay. You also say, man, I could do more for him in the free world than in jail. But think about it. You clearly don't give a fuck about him now because you're gonna be let free to put him in jail. So it's a sacrifice, okay? Again, I just hate people with the lip service trying to explain stuff that needs no explanation, right? You're trying to come home. I don't have a problem with it. It does look effed up because you're his father, but let's not try to paint a different picture of what it is. You think you ain't had nothing to do with the murder? You think your son should speak up? He ain't speak up. You tired of being in jail. You probably want to come home, fuck some bitches, probably get another son, and you're down to sacrifice him. It is what it is. Don't sound good, but it's the truth. Get in the comment, like them, subscribe. I'm going to get more into what happened in that particular murder that they're both charged in, and maybe try to analyze why he feels he's so, innocent as he says, that he would be down to give up his son. Okay? You guys get in the comment, like them.
What up, y'all? Now check this out. What I'm doing is I'm just trying to show y'all something. Yo, peace, Dudley Hill. I'm trying to show y'all something real quick. I'm trying to bring the father has never been in any trouble in his life. You know what I'm saying? The daddy had never been in any trouble in his life. So I don't know. Hold on. There you go.
Police not working or doing their job.
If there's a medal for being the worst dad of the year,
Ralu.
none other than rapper KSOO'S father would be
Salute,
awarded with
Monique
it.
Hill.
Abdul Robinson Sr. or Jacksonville rapper KSOO'S dad has gone viral after he agreed to cooperate with the authorities to snitch on his son for a murder case that they're both involved in. The details of the case are really shady, and I bet you'd want to hear all about it. Keep watching till the end of this video to see the real reason why KSOO'S dad is really snitching on him. Trust me, you don't want to miss this.
Ivor Rowley, salute. Peace.
KSOO'S father set to testify against him. Jacksonville rapper KSOO'S father, Abdul Robinson Sr., broke the internet as the worst father of the year after news came out that he was going to testify against his son, KSOO, in his upcoming first-degree murder trial. According to the reports, Robinson Sr. agreed to work hand-in-hand with prosecutors in the murder trial involving his son, Hakeem Robinson, aka KSOO. In March 2022, KSOO was indicted on a first-degree murder charge for the 2020 murder of rapper Charles McCormick, aka Lil Buck, who was killed in January 2020. KSOO and his father were initially arrested in January 2020. When the incident happened, they were seen by an off-duty cop on January 15th when the drive-by shooting happened. The officer chased their vehicle until they crashed and took off on foot. According to the officer's report, KSOO'S dad drove the vehicle to the location where Lil Buck was gunned down. The officer further noted the father and son team also broke into someone's home, held the homeowner hostage, and stole clothes so that they could switch up their identities. KSOO'S father, who was charged as an accessory after the fact, now looks to save himself from getting locked up by testifying against his son in the case. He's currently facing 3 felony charges. that could each carry up to 30 years in prison sentences. KSOO isn't the only son that Robinson Sr. betrayed. He is also set to testify against his other son, Abdul Robinson Jr., who is charged with second-degree murder. One thing is for sure, he'd certainly win worst father in history.
Yo,
I
watch
mean,
that
to
P
rat
pull
on
up,
your
yo.
own
Watch that P
kids to
pull up.
save your life, that is beyond low. However, prosecutors in the case believe that Robinson Sr. is the leader of the ATK gang, or ACE's top killers, with his son, KSOO, allegedly serving as a member. KSOO's father justifies snitching on his son. After the news of KSOO's father's betrayal hit the media, he faced backlash from people in the rap community. In a bid to defend his actions for snitching against his son, he wrote via social media, "If it was me and my daddy in a situation like this, I would have been freed my daddy a long time ago, no matter what my consequences would have been, especially if he's a great daddy, that part, he could do more for me out of jail than in jail/prison. Who leave their daddy in jail to rot, especially when you know he innocent?" Robinson Sr. didn't end there. He went on to defend himself as he said, "I would have been stood up and said, my daddy ain't got a thing to do with nothing." While some fans criticize KSOO's father, others can't help but ask what KSOO's mother is saying about the situation, as the father of two of her sons is about to testify and probably incriminate them for committing murder. The last time Ebony Walters spoke about her son's situation in jail was in December 2021, when a viral video showed KSOO getting harassed by prison officials. KSOO was aggressively dropped to the ground by a corrections officer, and many perceived it as benign, harmful, and wrong on KSOO. However, the prison officials revealed that KSOO had refused to go back to his cell after a shower and leisure time, and when he was asked to, he became aggressive. Apparently, he yelled at the officers, saying that they were always messing with him, and that if they weren't careful with him, he was going to have his people take care of him. He went on to tell one of the officers that he was going to have his people kill him. At this point, KSOO was tackled by the officers and forcefully dropped to the ground. According to reports, while struggling underneath the officer, KSOO threatened to kill the officer once he's out of jail, saying, "I've killed people before. I'll do it again." This was the last time his mother spoke about his arrest, as she said,
"Try to go be a good cop. Not many of us left.
Police!
I'm a cop.
And I can't do nothing. It's bothering me a lot. It's doing a lot to me.
Rappers react to KSOO's father snitching. After the news of KSOO's dad's agreement with the authorities, rappers and fans began to react to Robinson Sr.'s decision to snitch on his son in that manner. One of the first rappers to openly express his disregard for the situation was 50 Cent. He took to his Instagram to share a post about the news, and he captioned the post, "Damn it, man, I seen it all now. You can't trust nobody." 50 Cent couldn't understand why a father would do that to his own son, and he believes that you can't trust anybody, because if a father could do such a thing, a random stranger could do even worse. Rapper Fat Joe, who once had issues with 50 Cent, put all of their past aside when he commented on 50 Cent's Instagram post where he said, "They think I lie." They weren't the only ones to comment on the situation. Controversial rapper Boosie Badass also commented on the situation via his Instagram page, where he said, "Please don't do this, bro. Don't start this wave. Please. You gave him life. Don't take his life."
Man, check this shit out. Yo, peace, y'all, peace. King
Peace.
BTV. We got my brother Jersey J in the building. All right, the father got charged with accessory after the fact. That mean the son called daddy up to come give him a ride or some shit like that, right?
Okay.
How do we know the father even knew the son murdered anybody? Biggie, salute.
That's the second son. That's the second son he's telling on, right?
No, that's the first son he's telling. The second one,
He's telling on two of them niggas though.
Right, he's telling on two of them.
Yeah.
Good morning, Patricia. Well, I'm just saying, man.
Never been in jail before. He's never been locked up. He got a clean background.
About to fuck that up.
I'm gonna say it like this, bro. Check this out. If I call my daddy for a ride, and this nigga come pick me up, and I don't tell him I did a body, and we get caught, nigga, my daddy ain't had nothing to do with it.
All right, but was that the situation? Because I mean, was the daddy like really like champion them little niggas on into they bullshit?
He definitely was. Yeah, he definitely didn't.
If he was a part of it, he wrong for telling.
Right.
Period. Like you with the shits, homie.
If he didn't murder nobody, he shouldn't be going to jail. Son's supposed to hold him down.
Man. Goddamn, man, your own daddy.
That's what it's
if
come
you
to.
Ain't telling nobody, your son's supposed to hold you down. If my daddy didn't kill that motherfucker, my daddy don't gotta worry about going to jail because I did it. I'm gonna make sure my daddy's out of there.
So you think the daddy right?
Huh?
You think the daddy right?
Man, I'm gonna tell you. If it was me and my sons called me, asked me to pick them up from somewhere, and they didn't tell me what the fuck they done did, I'm gonna pick my sons up regardless. If I pick you up and you told me you murdered a motherfucker, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna get you up out of here, right? But if this motherfucker's trying to get me 50 years and I'm 45, 46 years old, nigga, murdered two motherfuckers.
You singing a cappella? You don't even need a beat.
I'm singing like a motherfucking canary, nigga.
Me.
I want to put my father in a situation like that.
So you think the father's right?
I want to put my father in a situation like that, nigga. You got to stand on what you did.
Hey, yo, but he telling on both his sons, though.
Piece of shit, Btbtv.
Huh?
He's telling on both of them.
And that's it. Both of them are separate cases. Am I right?
Fact.
The two sons got two separate cases.
Fact.
And he telling on both of them niggas.
Salute, my brother. Salute.
Bruh, them niggas. I'm not going to jail for none of them dumb niggas. I ain't telling niggas to murder nobody. He was accessory after the fact for the murders.
Well, I'm so glad I ain't got no kids to worry about them lining me up.
The kids lining daddy up.
Huh?
Lining daddy up, yo.
Morning, everyone.
Hey, man, salute, homie. What's up?
No, what up,
Chilling, man.
Yo, so Wax AP.
Yeah.
If you go pick up your motherfucking son, right? And he don't tell you he murdered 20 niggas. And you get there, pick him up. And you driving off, he's like, yo, dad, you need to take me to change clothes. I done murdered like 20 niggas. And y'all all get locked up. And that nigga have you sitting in prison with him a whole year and still ain't said my dad had nothing to do with it. You'll give the rest of your life away.
I'm saying you got to. Ain't nothing you can do.
Oh, hell, you don't got to. Fuck that, nigga. I can make more, nigga.
I'm so glad I ain't got no kids to have to make a decision like this. I tell you. I tell you.
I can make more, nigga.
Pull out game.
Whoa. I can't. How am I take care of you niggas? How you niggas we take care of we all in jail? You ain't gonna no canteen, nigga.
Monique Hill said my father would have never turned on me. Hell no. R.I.P. Sonny Hill. Facts.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. If I did that shit, my father was sitting in jail with me as a fucking man. I'm like, yo, my dad had nothing to do with that. I just called him for a ride. He didn't know what was going on.
Right.
My dad.
But you know what comes with that? You got to take a plea deal to cut him loose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to take a plea deal to cut him loose if it's like that. If they ain't trying to bite, then everybody go to trial and then you just hope an appeal will get you out if you lose.
But on some real shit, I wouldn't tell my sons, but I'm telling you, them niggas is fucked up. They're gonna let their father sit in jail for some shit they did. He ain't had nothing to do with it.
That's true. I agree with you on that. Fuck
That
that
man
nigga.
didn't do nothing.
If he didn't do nothing on this one, he telling on the other one. He deserved to be in jail, fucking rat.
If he didn't do nothing, they shouldn't what's the name? But he can't be snitching on him, goddamn.
Now
Nah.
I'm saying, what was the father's history like? Was he a street nigga? Was he into the shits before?
His
Whatever.
father got no jail record. He probably
Okay.
told everybody to get out.
That don't mean nothing.
Salute, man.
The daddy, hold on. The daddy probably told everybody to get out, so he don't got no jail record.
But they said his pops ain't got no jail record.
His father got no jail record. He never been locked up or nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you saying that actually he called his daddy after he spanked the nigga, like, come get me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Accessory after the fact.
I don't know, man. That's still murder.
But hold
though. I
on,
mean,
the father knew he bustable?
No, the father with the pick the niggas up.
And that's fucked up though. They got that man sitting in there, and that's fucked up.
yeah, but is it all right for the man to spill?
No.
No, ain't no right for the tip, nigga. The father is not a criminal.
I'm not snitching on my son. I don't give a fuck.
He's a civilian.
That don't matter.
He could be a pavilion. I ain't snitching on my goddamn son.
Man, somebody go get me the fuck up out of there.
That's a tough one.
I gave you a year. I gave you a year to spill the beans, nigga.
Listen, that's a tough one though.
So hold on, why they not saying nothing though?
Because they probably want to beat that shit. They probably want to go to trial. And Pop's like, you got to get me cut loose. And in order to cut Pop's loose, they probably have to take a plea deal and admit that they killed the nigga.
That ain't always the case with the co-defendants. I went to trial. My co-defendant took a testifying plea, so you don't always gotta wait to see what's gonna happen with them. I mean, they do that shit. Like mine, they had my trial first. They had my case first because my co-defendant was set to take a testifying plea.
Right.
So they held my trial first, and being though I lost trial, I blew trial. He never has to testify, so he just got sentenced to his testifying plea.
Right.
So that should be different though. Normally the cooperating witness, they're gonna go second. They'll hold their case.
Yeah, they're gonna get dealt with last. Right.
They get dealt with last though. So that's just that. But that don't give him no reason to that don't justify shit. Him telling shit though, bro. Even even worst case Btbtv. Even worst case scenario, his son calls him, hey, Dad, I need you. When his dad get there. If at least he picks him up and takes him from point A to point B, that's accessory after the fact.
Good fact, yes, sir.
Right. So what is he telling on? Is he telling on the actual crime, or is he telling that he helped him up?
He telling he didn't do it.
He a bitch. That nigga a bitch.
Yo, that's a dicey situation though, bro. I know what I do. You know what you'll do. But we don't know what nobody else will do, bro. Especially motherfuckers if he's not really a street nigga.
So you saying you spilling?
Nah, I'm a street nigga. I gotta hold that shit.
I
I'm
thought
gonna
you
fuck
said
my
you.
son up though. I know we're gonna be the same drug.
Oh, I thought you said you was gonna spizzle.
I'm gonna beat my son every day in prison, yo. I promise you.
Nah, y'all ain't gonna be together long.
Hey yo, Ming said I think my father would have told on me too.
Yeah, now Ming. That depends on where your daddy at in life. Your daddy was an upstanding citizen, taxpayer, scared of the police and all that shit. That's understandable. That's some citizen shit. But that damn nigga looked like he was in them streets. They father.
Hold on. Listen what the nigga said. Hold on. Listen what this nigga said. Let's listen what this was saying. Hold on.
That's a toughie, man. That one's tough.
Them people you're telling for are left.
Hold on 1 second. I'm taking because
there is.
That's what I need to know how to do this shit.
History. I mean, to wrap.
Oh, we're gonna get you there.
Okay.
We're gonna get you there, homie.
Jacksonville rapper KSOO'S father, Abdul Robinson Sr, broke the internet as the worst father of the year after news came out that he was going to testify against his son KSOO in his upcoming first-degree murder trial.
Switch to Liberty Mutual and save $600.
Yeah, I know, nigga. I ain't paying the $10 right now. I don't got it.
Boy, it's only $11.
Give me that Hex key.
I don't got
Cheap
the $11
bastard.
right now, nigga. I'm moving.
Child, what that is?
Cheap bastard. Yeah, I got $11 for you.
Robinson
I got $11 in this damn
worked
bucket.
hand in hand with prosecutors in the murder trial involving his son, Hakeem Robinson, aka KSOO. In March 2022, KSOO was indicted on a first-degree murder charge for the 2020 murder of rapper Charles McCormick, aka Lil Buck, who was killed in January 2020. KSOO and his father were initially arrested in January 2020 when the incident happened. They were seen by an off-duty cop on January 15th when the drive-by shooting happened. The officer chased their vehicle until they crashed and took off on foot. According to the officer's report, KSOO's dad drove the vehicle to the location where Lil Buck was gunned down. The officer further noted the father and son team also broke into someone's home, held the homeowner hostage, and stole clothes so that they could...
Man, that nigga, man, he a rat. He running with the son. I don't even need to hear it no more. You just heard. They broke into a house to change clothes together. That nigga was in on that shit.
Have to go to the You're like me.
Nah, but right there, that's where he fucked up.
That ain't no devil's advocate. The motherfuckers both broke into a house to steal clothes.
So listen, man, shut up. Listen to the thing, nigga.
He's currently facing 3 felony charges that could each carry up to 30 years in prison sentences. KSOO isn't the only son that Robinson Sr. betrayed. He is also set to testify against his other son, Abdul Robinson.
AP, you might be right, bro. AP, you might be right, bro.
What's just said it.
Yo, because he's about to testify against the other son, too. Yeah, that nigga just trying to get home.
Not even that. Just look, what the reporter just said. The reporter said after they left the scene, listen, after they left the scene, they went and broke in the house and stole clothes.
All right, so
both of them.
Pardon me. So that's after the fact you're talking about, right? So let's talk about before. They reportedly said that he took him to do the shooting. Remember, the cop chased him in a high-speed chase. He was with the shit the whole time. He got caught, and the nigga did some snitch.
That nigga rat, man.
From me, like Uncle MJ said, from that nigga went in that house.
I thought he picked him up after he did the
after the fact. I don't know if he took him there, but I guess after he got picked up, they caught Chase.
No, they saying he took him.
Man, fuck that nigga. He telling.
Nah, he can't be telling.
He telling. You just heard the white man said he telling, didn't you?
Yeah, hold on. Let's finish this. Yeah, he a rat there. He a rat.
That's no good.
Nah, that's some dirty shit.
Jr., who is charged with second-degree murder. One thing is for sure. He'd certainly win worst father in history. I mean, to rat on your own kids to save your life, that is beyond low. However, prosecutors in the case believe that Robinson Sr. is the leader of the ATK gang, or ACE's top killers, with his son, KSOO, allegedly serving as a member. KSOO's father justifies snitching on his son. After the news of KSOO's father's betrayal hit the media, he faced backlash from people in the...
Switch to Liberty Mutual and save $652.
Hello.
Excuse me.
I never have to go to the barbershop again. God,
me neither. I got that shit too.
You have no idea how to take.
I think I'm about to use mine.
He was busting the move.
His action.
I could use it now.
That nigga.
Peach fuzz up there.
Yeah, yo, that nigga's a rat, yo. He wasn't a civilian. He wasn't a civilian, especially if he's the leader of the gang. If he's the leader of the gang, he's not a civilian.
He's not a civilian.
He not. That nigga's a fucking rat, man. All this rhetoric. That nigga straight fucking snitch.
He's told.
He been involved with the activities, and that shit hit the fan. And this is one of the OGs that the young boys looking up to. And you got the perfect example right here. Want to be active, big homie. As soon as that shit hit the fan, you take down your son.
I told you. As soon as that theme music start to play.
Yeah. Fuck out of
here. I didn't know he was active. I just thought he was a father like me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking my tours to pull no fucking drive-bys. I'm not doing that. That's what I'm not doing.
Ain't no father. TV is fake. What up? Ain't no father and gonna do no shit like that though, but you know, he, like she said, he active. Well, let's see how fucking active he is.
That nigga 51 years old. Why you acting with 51 years old, nigga?
He's gonna get an active sentence. That's what the fuck he gonna get.
That nigga ain't get no sense. That nigga tell on everybody. He tell on both sides. That nigga go home.
That nigga telling on shit that ain't got nothing to do with the case. He coming up out of that shit.
That nigga about to unsolved murders from 20 years ago out this
Yo, AP.
Yeah, he coming up out of that shit. Yo,
AP, that nigga about to give up the ghost. You like,
yeah, you goddamn right. They gonna catch the ghost this time. He about to give it all up. Yeah. Look at this nigga. Talking about he the big homie, and then he told. That nigga crazy as hell. He telling on everybody though, bro. Now, if he gonna tell on his son, if he tell on his son, that nigga telling on everything, bro.
He telling on the candy lady that ain't paying taxes, all that shit.
That nigga is telling on. It's over. It's over. Whatever was going on out there, and he knew about it.
Niggas need to start disappearing right now.
It's a wrap. Word. It's a wrap. That's crazy.
Yo, you right. Yo, Monique Hill right. A man that motherfucker age to be sitting home rocking his grandkids.
Nigga, shit, at my age now, and I want to sit home and I want to sit home and rock my goddamn nieces and grandkids. So imagine 50 years old.
Don't say. TV's fake. What you think about the situation, bro? You heard it, right?
I mean, I don't know, how can I say it? It's like I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know, double standard to an extent, right? Because it's like that's your dad, so yeah, you want to take the charge. You don't want your dad to go to jail, but then it's also like that's my son. You know what I mean? I want to make sure my son good, but I don't know. It's crazy though. I mean, should the dad be in that situation? Yeah. I mean, if y'all both caught, I'm like, yo, nah, I did it. Let my dad go. I mean, that's how I feel. Real talk. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I feel that way too.
Yeah, you gotta let the old man go.
He's saying let it go. They reported that he's the big homie. So even if he did do it, that's just him. That's his number came up. He putting in the work. You still can't exempt his dad from the shit. You still can't say because the son did it, let the dad go. What if the dad the one who gave the order though? You remember these a lot of
but now look, that's different now. That's different.
But I don't think no kid gonna let his father go to jail, even if he was busting the move together.
I'm just saying, look at it from so now let's look at it from another point of view. Let's just say the dad is the big homie. And if he is allegedly a rapper's top shooter, how you know he not his dad top shooter? So what if his dad put him on a mission, on a 00, and he go to and he got the order from his dad?
But regardless of the fact, like you said, regardless if he got the order from his dad, still that's my dad. I ain't gonna see my dad go to jail. But like you just said, if his dad did some fake shit and then he got caught, we both got caught, and then my dad just snitched some other shit that ain't got nothing to do to get out of jail, and he told some shit, then the ass fucked up. You know
well, he telling some other shit on his other son.
Yeah, he told about another body his other son got.
Yeah. That's some, now see that right, see, this is some crazy shit.
Listen.
This is why, you know.
Listen.
This is why you stay in your lane.
For snitching against his son, he wrote via social media, "If it was me and my daddy in a situation like this, I would have been freed my daddy a long time ago, no matter what my consequences would have been, especially if he's a great daddy. That part, he could do more for me out of jail than in jail/prison. Who leave their daddy in jail to rot, especially when you know he innocent?" Robinson Sr. didn't end there. He went on to defend himself as he said, "I would have been stood up and said, my daddy ain't got a thing to do with nothing." While some fans criticize KSOO'S father, others can't help but ask what KSOO'S mother is saying about the situation, as the father of 2 of her sons is about to testify and probably incriminate them for committing murder. The last time Ebony Walters spoke about her son's situation in jail was in December 2021.
I bet you if that was the mama, he would have been like, nah, my mom ain't got nothing to do with it.
Upgrade your sleep with up to $1,000 off the mattress flash sale going on now at Raymore and Flanagan.
Yo,
when a viral,
the mama could have pulled the trigger, and the mama ain't do it.
Because she was a mom the whole life. She was a mom his whole life. She was a parent to him his whole life. But you got to look what kind of relationship do you think him and his dad had? I mean, just imagine the conversation that they was having. You think he got any respect for his dad?
Shit, he ain't got none now.
He ain't never had none.
Now, he don't got nothing now. What I'm saying, you got to think, you don't know, but you don't. But we, like I said, we really don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We got him.
We know.
Every style. You know, niggas a rat. He's a rat because he's telling both of his sons. That's some snitch shit. What we say, we also understand. We got to understand that if we taking care of our kids, we feeding our kids, putting food in our kids' mouth. You call me AP?
Nah, somebody calling me too, bro.
Mac was calling me.
Oh no, we on live, nigga. Check this out, yo. It's like this. I see it like this. You understand, yo? You take care of your kids, you raise your kids, you fed your kids, you clothe your kids. He was with the mother still, you know what I'm saying? And y'all all in the same household still all that time. The mother know what's going on too. So all them niggas at fault.
Right.
The mother, the daddy, all that. But you let your mama go if your mama pulls the trigger. But you pull the trigger and you gonna keep your daddy there with you. That's not right as that. That's the same thing we deal with when we deal with Mother's Day and Father's Day. Nigga, I didn't even know Father's Day was Sunday, bro.
But look, once again, the father
don't give a fuck about Father's Day.
But look, Pops is getting charged with accessory after the fact. He can't get around that. He can't help his father out of accessory after the fact, especially if it's in the reports that they broke into a house together. They broke into a house together, running, born,
and changed clothes.
After he picked up the motherfucker.
Yeah. So how is he going to let his father? You know, how is he going to cut his father loose? His father is there.
His father involved in the motherfucker.
There.
But what I'm trying
after the fact. Remember the charges after the fact.
You got to attempt though, bro. Like, I mean, I get what you're saying, but still, like, yo, nah, my pops ain't had nothing to do with that. Oh, we seen him. Nah, that wasn't him. That was me. It was two of you. Yeah, my twin brother. That nigga still.
Y'all going to jail. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going to jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail. I mean, I look at the situation as it is now. They all going to jail now. I don't give a fuck how you slice it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Dad can snitch all he want. He ain't getting up out of this.
He ain't getting up out of that.
Yeah, if I know I'm going to jail, right? If I know for sure I'm going to jail.
Yeah, his ass is out.
Nah, my pops ain't going to jail. Nah, boy. Like, yo, he ain't do that shit. I'm just saying, but I get what y'all saying, though. Like, if he's caught red-handed, there's nothing he really can do. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, TB, his ass is out, man. You crazy?
Just, like I said, but if he just, like, straight snitching, like, oh, this nigga did this, too, and I think the nigga did
look, listen, bro. Listen to this shit.
Viral video showed KSOO getting harassed by prison officials. KSOO was aggressively dropped to the ground by a corrections officer, and many perceived it as benign, harmful, and wrong on KSOO. However, the prison officials revealed that KSOO had refused to go back to his cell after a shower and leisure time, and when he was asked to, he became aggressive. Apparently, he yelled at the officers, saying that they were always messing with him, and that if they weren't careful with him, he was going to have his people take care of him. He went on to tell one of the officers that he was going to have his people kill him. At this point, KSOO was tackled by the officers and forcefully dropped to the ground. According to reports, while struggling underneath the officer, KSOO threatened to kill the officer once he's out of jail, saying, "I've killed people before, I'll do it again." This was the last time his mother spoke about his arrest, as she said,
and I can't do nothing. It's bothering me a lot. It's doing a lot to me.
Rappers react to KSOO'S father snitching. After the news of KSOO'S dad's agreement with the authorities, rappers and fans began to react to Robinson Sr.'s decision to snitch on his son in that manner. One of the first rappers to openly express his disregard for the situation was 50 Cent. He took to his Instagram to share a post about the news, and he captioned the post, "Damn it, man, I seen it all now. You can't trust nobody." 50 Cent couldn't understand why a father would do that to his own son, and he believes that you can't trust anybody, because if a father could do such a thing, A random stranger could do even worse. Rapper Fat Joe, who once had issues with 50 Cent, put all of their past aside when he commented on 50 Cent's Instagram post where he said, "They think I lie." They weren't the only ones to comment on the situation. Controversial rapper Boosie Badass also.
How do you solve a monster-sized problem? With Miro.
Yeah, this is crazy, yo.
Good.
That's
commented
crazy.
on the situation via his Instagram page where he said,
"Shout out to
Please don't do this, bro. Don't start this wave. Please. You gave him life. Don't take his life. Them people you're telling for are laughing at you over dinner. Can hear them. We making that turn on his own flesh and blood. Haha. Go look at your son's baby pictures. Think about the good times. Think about your grandkids before you make this decision. Don't be selfish, my. Make them people do their job and trust in God. Boosie Badass is a father to 7 children, so he gave his advice to KSOO'S dad as a father himself. Rapper Quando Rondo also shared a post in the same light, saying, "Loyalty ain't real no more. This goes to show you." Other Jacksonville rappers, Julio Fulio and Youngin Ace, also shared their opinions on KSOO'S father's choice to snitch on his son. LOL, I said this months ago. All the ops said I was cap. I'm a genie with this shit.
That nigga's
Free KSOO, all them
you
ratting.
think that nigga trying to
According
sit down
to
for
Julio
30?
Fulio, he knew beforehand that KSOO'S father was going to make such
That's
a
a
move.
death sentence.
He, however, went on to show his support
already
for
know.
KSOO.
That nigga dad.
Youngin Ace
like
also shared a similar reaction.
That
Wow,
nigga.
hold on, yo, hold on. We all can dance together and sing together, but everybody can't talk together. All right, let's get it now. Now, what you were saying? Nothing nobody said.
Oh, that's a death sentence.
Yeah, that nigga ain't trying to do no 25. That nigga look like he about 58, 59 years old, man. That nigga is not trying to do no 20, 30 years. That nigga looking, what? Nah, man.
That nigga ain't trying to do 5.
My
That
son,
nigga chilling.
my son could do 30 years and come out and still be 40.
Niggas do 30 years, come out 50 years old, bro, and still gonna have kids.
That's why, yeah, that's why.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, it's done.
His music trash anyway. That nigga, I told
All them niggas going to jail. All of them.
Told that nigga stop rapping like that. That bullshit he rapping about doesn't make no goddamn money anyway.
Shit don't make no sense.
Yo, Mr. Execution TSTV, I will be in Trenton tomorrow, bro. I'll be in Trenton tomorrow. We turn it up. Next my son graduation.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
that shit
about to
around
get
the
ready.
clock.
I'm about to get ready to go to my papa graduation.
God, you better hope Whack 100 don't catch you slipping and Trenton, Q.
All the way. I got my Trenton goals, nigga.
Next thing you know it, I can see my man Whack 100. Like, you know, I got the video, right? You know, I got the video of me chasing Q down the street, right?
But let me tell you some funny shit, some real shit, bro. Me and my sons would never have this issue. You know why? Because I try my best to keep my sons away from the street, period. You think what I'm saying?
Facts.
We ain't gonna have this issue. If my sons did some shit like this, my sons are man enough to stand up and take their own weight. Even if I put niggas up after the fact. So I wouldn't have to tell on my sons. I wouldn't tell on my sons. But if my sons didn't do that shit and they know I had nothing to do with it, I'll be beating them niggas' asses every day in jail. I'm like, make them niggas my bunkies. I'm whooping these niggas' ass every day. He's spent 30 years, nigga. Fuck out of here. And I ain't pull no trick, nigga.
That's what he just said. And nigga, I just met me a nice tenderoni too. I got a nice tenderoni. You think I'm trying to go to jail? Come on, young blood.
I know one thing. It's over for Pops.
That nigga Pop a fucking rat. And he gonna get his ass whooped too. Cause his ass going to jail. He just trying to get a lighter sentence. He going to jail though. He ain't getting out of that. He going to jail. He trying to get a lighter sentence.
Man, I was just going to go get my food stamps. I don't know what this boy was doing. He told me he was going somewhere. We stopped. Next thing you know,
He said, I'm gonna get my food stamps. Yo, I don't know what that boy was doing.
Oh, that shit is out the window.
Yo. That shit crazy though, man. I'm gonna tell you why it's crazy too. Because now they say the father was the leader of the gang. If you're the leader of the gang, nigga, you bred your sons to be like that.
Nigga's a straight rat. He's a straight
I
rat.
thought he was a civilian.
Huh?
I thought he was a civilian. Like one of them working type dads. That nigga's a straight gang member.
That nigga's a straight gangster, B. Hold on, let's. I know we got somebody else got something to say about it. Hold on.
I think the nigga got like 4 bodies.
Oh, boy, sent a strong message to his daddy.
Hell yeah, I do remember this.
Hold up, y'all. I got some more. I got something to show y'all. Uh-oh. I just seen this. Yo, AP, you ready? AP, El Capo, y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
We're waiting for you.
Now shut your ass up, old man. Fair use.
Up the charges from second degree to first degree murder. And as I stated in the last video, deaths for these calls for deaths for murders.
Did 11 years in prison, got out 2009.
Oh, he did prison
time. Been in no trouble with the law.
Okay.
Until a couple of months ago. Nothing serious. And we not getting the same treatment as a victim. I'm not saying the police not working or doing their job. I don't want to say that.
The trending news all over the social media and hip-hop community in general is a messed up situation that Queso and his dad have gotten themselves into. Now, for those of y'all who ain't heard the news, Queso's dad seems to be ready to snitch on his son to the cops. But if y'all think that Queso's just gonna lay down quietly like that without making some noise, y'all be mistaken. Queso and those supporting him have a lot to say to Queso's dad, who decided to snitch on his son and throw him under the bus just to get out of jail and become a free man again. So how did Queso react to his own dad betraying him? So Hakeem Robinson, better known by his rap name Queso, and his dad Abdul Blue Robinson got locked up back in 2020. Queso was charged with the murder of Little Buck, and his dad got charged for being an accomplice in that case. It's said by the police officer who chased Queso and his dad that his dad was the one doing the driving. Since he was in the same car with Queso just before he committed a crime, he was found to be involved in the case right off the bat as a suspect. The police later found out that Queso had another 2 of his guys involved in that setup. They go by the names of Dominique Barner and Leroy Whitaker. All 4 of them got serious charges and are being held in prison. Some of them might even be facing life behind bars. They were all taken into custody and have been in jail ever since. They're being held at the Duval County Jail, said to be one of the worst jails in the state of Florida. Upon finding out what happened to Queso, his fans were devastated. Some of them expressed their feelings on Twitter and other social media. One fan wrote, Queso got arrested for murdering someone with his dad? But it gets even worse for Queso. To make matters even more unbearable, while Queso was in jail, he was also found guilty for a separate but also gang-related incident, the death of Adrian Gaynor, who was also an artist and was better known by a stage name Bibby. That allegedly took place a year before Queso got arrested, so in 2019. Things aren't looking good for Blue either. Queso's dad was an accomplice in the crime we just talked about, while he was also convicted of a murder charge of his own. He now faces 30 years up to life in prison. Difficult situation for both the father and the son, but it seems like Queso's dad has some plans on his mind, and spending the rest of his life in prison is not one of them. Get a load of this. He's planning to testify against his own son in court in order to reduce his sentence. Now, that's just insane. Well, Queso's dad decided that he doesn't want to stay in prison any longer, so he'll do anything he can do to get out of jail, even if that means snitching on his own son. This brought up a lot of attention in the media. and people have been talking about it nonstop. There's a lot to be said about this mess since it's like, not an everyday thing to tell on your own family member in order to get out of jail. Some people just went absolutely bonkers. One person on YT commented, snitching on your own son is the weakest I have ever heard. And another was caught in disbelief by the mere fact that a father is able to do such a thing to his own son. He said, imagine bringing somebody into this world just to tell on him. Yikes. Things are only starting to unravel before us. Without a doubt, we would expect KSOO'S dad to have something to say about his decision, and he did. He posted this one on Instagram, but has since been deleted. But people managed to capture what he said, and this is how it goes. If it was me and my daddy in a situation like this, I would have been freed my daddy a long time ago, no matter what my consequences would have been, especially if he's a good, great daddy. He could do more for me out of jail than in. Who leave their daddy in jail to rot, especially when you know he innocent? I would have been stood up and said my daddy ain't got a fucking thing to do with nothing. You bitches out in that free world talk that talk out there until it's time to walk the walk facing that life sentence. As we can see, he obviously believes that he's 100% innocent and that he had nothing to do with the crime that his son committed. Blue must have thought that his son KSOO would have cleared him out by now by telling the cops that he has nothing to do with and that he was involved in the deal only later, once KSOO called him to come pick him up with a car. DJ Academics believes we should all remember the fact that there is no street code that you got to live by with everybody. Sometimes it's every man for himself, and that's exactly what's going on here. KSOO'S dad just wants to go out, and since his son wasn't interested in sticking out for him, well, he's going to do it by himself by telling the cops what he knows. Not only that, but by posting this thing on Instagram, he already low-key told his son. Just by saying what he said in this post, one can already conclude that he finds his son to be guilty. But who's right and who's wrong here? Man, the internet be blasting with all kinds of opinions and accusations. However, one of them got the best of it. One dude tells us they're both responsible for it. As a parent, why would you partake in such activity with your child? And as a son, why would you want to put your parent in a situation to get locked up? Don't have children. And as a child, my mother did her best to keep my sister and I in decent neighborhoods. Any trouble I got into, I took full accountability for. And this makes perfect sense. First, let's start with KSOO. Why in the world would you get someone like your dad involved in crimes you committed? It makes no sense at all. You just did some stuff that you know you might go to jail for, and if you're caught, and then you decide to throw some dirt on someone that you care for and you wouldn't want to see behind bars forever, just stupid. Yes, you could say he wasn't thinking clearly and was under pressure, but that doesn't take back the fact that he did one of the most irrational things possible. Now, what about his father? This dude's great. This comment sums it up perfectly. Short and straight to the point. That dad failed his son twice. First, because he let him be in that life, and now, snitching. KSOO'S dad, being a gang member himself and knowing very well that kind of life is, could have done so much more in order to be a better parent. If you already decided that you're going to have kids, then dedicate yourself to teaching them not to repeat the same mistakes. But Blue wasn't having any of that shit. Kids follow their parents in whatever it is they do. And if you're a criminal, well, there are high chances that your son's going to be one too. That's exactly what took place. And on top of that, Blue claims he ain't getting the amount of love that he as a parent deserves and that he as a son would be able to give to his dad. Yet he ain't ready to sacrifice his time and his life for the sake of his own kid. Now that's some real BS, for real. From what we can tell so far in this situation, KSOO is not...
Yo. Before they say the dad was the leader of the gang.
Mm-hmm. Dad. But the dad.
His son was the head hitter.
Yeah, somebody said his dad no civilian though.
Yeah,
his dad not civilian. His dad not civilian.
Imagine it. Right, but imagine this, right? The dad say, fuck it, I'll take the charge, right? Let my son go. Let my son go out and catch another body and come back in jail. Is that a waste of a life sentence?
That's crazy.
First
of all, the nigga was a civilian at first.
Yeah, the nigga came home from a body. He caught a body already. Yo. Now, bruh, that nigga need to stand up, man. You taught your sons to be murderers, nigga.
Right.
You gotta wear that shit, nigga.
Right.
If you civilian, I could understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even a civilian, bro.
Even so, the only way the civilian shit working with me is if he called his dad. This I'm just putting a scenario together. If he called his dad and his dad answered the phone, he said, "Dad, I need a ride. I'm such and such." His dad come pick him up and he take him from point A to wherever he take him from. Then his dad get locked up later on, as far as, you know, he removed him from the crime scene. That's putting his dad in a hell of a situation. He ain't got nothing to do with it. He called on him. He was there for his son. Like that's some bullshit. But him taking his son to do the actual act, he don't deserve no pity, bro. That nigga fucking is a bitch.
Somebody said, this nigga Jason for sure said his son cooked. His daddy had nothing to do with it, with that situation. If his dad took him to hit the nigga, he got everything to do with it. But if his dad picked him up after the fact, yeah, shit, that's dicey right there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, well, damn. Let's just say that he picked him up after the fact, and they went on a run, and they together still broke in the house, held people hostage, and stole clothes together.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
Right.
That nigga told. Ain't no if a wins and how. Didn't you tell me the other day we from Eastwick? Ain't no such thing as ifs.
Yeah.
You told me that You told me the same shit. Now let's stand on it, God. That nigga a rat. Period.
Yeah, he's definitely a rat.
He's a spiller.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. I could, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he shouldn't tell. He shouldn't tell, but I can't see me let my father sit for a murder charge and he had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Even my father has something to do with it.
Do with it. If my dad has something to do with it and I can take the charge from my dad, I'm still taking the charge.
Man, I ain't going to jail for my father. Fuck him. You out there
You said what you say? TV is fake. What you say, bro?
If my dad caught a body, we lock him together, and I take the charge from my dad.
Oh,
and we caught together. You saying we caught the body together? Yeah, ain't no need for both of us to be locked up. I mean, in that situation, I'm gonna stand up. I'll take it for him, but
this situation you can't because once again, Pops after the fact they ran together, they broke in the house, stole clothes and all that together. So nigga, you roped in. Ain't no way around that.
He's actually a suspect, bro. He broke in a fucking house and he took him. He's a suspect, bro.
So yeah, you can't take nothing for that nigga. They ain't gonna let you cut him loose. They trying to see that 2-for-1 deal.
But
if we can get them both, why not?
It was real messed up that he snitched on the other son too about another body. That's really messed up right there.
Yeah, that nigga's a dirt ball.
He's a scumbag for that. I was trying to play devil advocate earlier, but I can't even do it. My morals and principles will let me do it, bro. That nigga's a rat in a dirt bag, bro. He's a scumbag for that. Even though he's a scumbag, I still take that away from my father. I have to, yo. I'm 21 years old, something like that. My dad 51. I could do 30 years. You know what I'm saying? I could do 30 years to come back home 51. My dad do 30 years at 51, he ain't coming back home.
Especially if you're alive wire too, because you said you let your dad do the time, then you go out there and catch another charge and still end up in jail.
The nigga already got another body he facing too.
Mm-hmm.
He got 2 bodies on his back right now.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. And I'm not condoning what the father did. I'm not saying what the father did was right. I'm just saying that, again, you should have took the charge for your pops, bro.
Academics never did no time, Hot Take Incorporated. Academics is a church boy.
Academics never been
no time.
No streets, never hung out no corners.
That nigga's from East Orange. And he's from the good part of East Orange, past Scotland Road. Almost West Orange, my dude. Almost Montclair. That nigga never seen no street life. But yo, yeah, man. Like I said, I can't, yo, bruh. As a man, as a father, I had to hold my son down. But yo, get me out this situation, nigga, because I came to help you. I didn't know what the fuck you did until you jumped in my car and said, "Go, Dad, go, Dad, go." Go where, nigga? Drive.
No matter what, though, no matter what it is, if I knew or didn't, get your pops up out there, bro.
Nigga, you old anyway. You get better health care behind the wall, nigga. Don't troop that.
Yo, you ain't
Fuck
shit,
that.
bruh.
Go troop that.
Hold on 1 second. Let's listen to this shit real quick, yo.
Is not concerned about his dad snitching on him. He, his sister, and his lawyer all have something to say back to what his dad has in store. According to his lawyer, Christopher DaCosta, Queso is the least bit concerned. The lawyer said, "This is yet another witness that came to them in handcuffs. We're not concerned. The government has repeatedly said how bad of a guy the father is now. They present him as some pillar of truth. All their witnesses, convicted criminals that were pending prosecution, have motive to lie to save themselves. Meanwhile, we have the truth like the video and witnesses that prove Mr. Robinson cannot be the That's why we're not concerned." Queso's team of lawyers still believe that the evidence that the police acquired, which goes against Queso, isn't that convincing, even though it's high-tech and kind of falls short of explaining the fact that Queso just doesn't fit the description of the person who carried out the incident. One of the lawyers defending him said this: "Just as I predicted, they will stop at nothing to convict an innocent man. I don't care if it's his father. Even he can't make Queso smaller to fit the description and video." Also, his sister Kashayla ain't having none of it herself. She's sticking with his brother and will do so until the very end of his case. On her Instagram, you could see her posting stories daily, and she's updating everybody on the situation as it develops. Just recently, she said,
"Nothing has changed within this case. Queso is still entitled to a bond and to pretrial release."
She's still hopeful her brother won't face the most serious charges of them all, like staying in prison for life. People are upvoting his sister's cause to fight for his brother. One person on Instagram commented, "I love what you're doing. Keep fighting." It's easy to see that Queso still got it going on. He has support and is fighting back for reducing his sentence and clearing away any false evidence in whatever way he can. We're yet to see how the situation develops, but it's sure getting intense. What are y'all thoughts on the matter? Do you think Queso's case is going to get worse?
Yeah, them niggas is gone. Bye-bye.
On her Instagram, you could see her posting stories daily, and she's updating everybody on the situation as it develops. Just recently, she said,
"Nothing has changed within this case. Queso is still entitled to a bond and to pretrial release."
She's still hopeful
Why
her
you ain't
brother
bail
won't
him
face
out?
the most serious charges of them all, like staying in prison for life. People are upvoting his sister's cause to fight for his brother. One person on Instagram commented, "I love what you're doing. Keep fighting." It's easy to see that Queso still got it going on. He has support and is fighting back for reducing his sentence and clearing away any false evidence in whatever way he can. We're yet to see how the situation develops, but it's sure getting intense. What are y'all thoughts on the matter? Do you think Queso's case is going to get worse if his dad testifies against him? What about Blue? Does he deserve to have time from his sentence cut off or not? Let us know in the comments section below. And as always, remember to keep
some fuckery.
That is not that nigga. They don't give out no old English in jail, my nigga.
Nope.
You said
they don't got old English in jail, my nigga.
Yeah, the closest to old English you gonna get is toilet water, boy. Fucking shame, man. Well, I'm glad I ain't got no kids. Ain't got to worry about that type of shit. Give the motherfucking pullout game around the.
One thing you gotta know, like I tell people, man, motherfuckers be acting like their kids be innocent. And again, you know, like I said, I can't call it, right? Because even though if the pops have a record or whatever, if my son is a live wire, right? If me and my son, you know, like I said, if I say, all right, I'm gonna take the charge, and then my son go free, right? But this nigga out there wilding out and he catch another body and he gotta come back, then I would be mad as a motherfucker, my nigga. I would be pissed the hell off. I'd be like, yo, what the boy? I just took an L for you, and you back in here and you about to get another L?
Fuck that. Like I said, that boy telling, he was in on that shit. According to the, now I don't know how true the police report is, but according to the report, after the fact, they ran, they took chase, they broke in somebody's house.
Also, too,
together,
I think that Queso probably seemed like with the evidence the lawyer was saying they got, Queso looking like he probably trying to fight. He like, oh, I'm gonna beat this shit because they talking about the person on the fucking on the video don't even resemble Queso. So now I'm looking like, oh, he probably trying to roll his dice with the jury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Pop Duke's like, nigga, no, nigga, you ain't gonna play with my life. No, nigga, no.
Yeah. Well, we gonna see about it.
Pop Duke's like, no, nigga, you ain't gambling with my life. Nigga, I got this arthritis in the hip, nigga.
Yeah.
You know I gotta take these meds.
Mm-hmm. Well, only thing I can say, man, really, I wish the young homie luck. If he didn't do this shit, I hope he get from up under it. You know what I mean? But from where I sit, it don't look good.
Nah.
It kind of don't look good.
Instagram and bring up for interview.
Who?
Queso sister's Instagram.
Oh, you gonna hit her for an interview?
Yeah.
Ask if she's single.
I'm gonna do that too.
Ask if she want a sugar daddy. Tell her I pay in coins.
What's the sister name?
I don't know.
The sister. Hold on. See if I see. Yo, they definitely get for an interview.
You ain't hear about the fucking guy from the woman? She dumps her ex-boyfriend, and the nigga pulls his gun out and shoots her daughter in the head, kills her. Yeah, nigga, send it to your phone, nigga.
Oh, I didn't see it, bro. I was already doing this shit.
I just want to talk about that shit. That shit's crazy.
So.
Yeah. See that type of shit right there, folks? That's the reason why my big punk ass stay in house.
If that was my kids, I'd kill my baby mother too. Fuck dirty ass nigga. Kill my daughter. I would smoke that bitch.
What you doing, God?
I'm trying to find this little girl Instagram, nigga.
You might have to go back to the video and catch it.
They don't got it.
They must have redacted it.
You just Google Queso's sister, nigga.
Yeah, do that.
I can't find Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
She
get
ain't
it.
popping like that.
So
She probably got
said-
like 40 followers or some shit.
Huh?
I said she probably got like 40 followers or some shit.
Now, she probably got more than that now.
Yeah, that might boost it up.
Yeah, play that video I sent you, nigga. I told you what the girl got shot in the head, man. That shit crazy.
Yeah, but yo, like I said, man, it's just a mess up situation, yo. But we're gonna definitely do this later, man. We're gonna live later, man. You dig what I'm saying? I got a couple more shows I'm gonna do today. I'm doing 2 more shows today, so y'all be ready.
Oh, word?
Yeah, man. I'm going there today.
Well, let me get my shit out the way. I gotta go to one of my properties and look things over.
Today, you know what I'm saying?
Get this shit out the way. We got the
I got you, man. One of them days, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I gotta deal. Hey, listen. I gotta deal with some heavy shit today.
You dig?
Huh?
Stop playing with them fat women, Jay.
Hey, man, I love them. Big girls need love too, homie. What's wrong with big girl? Huh?
I'm back.
Show them how we do this, man. Btbtv. 3. Yeah. Btbtv. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas. Rah. Yo. John Gotti flow. Rap Pablo. Escobar status, rap game Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching like yo, I gotta post. I wake up every day mission. It's $1 million notes, dominoes, bodies drop, rock stink like hollow toast. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have, got that and then some, and then some. My wins on overload, say I overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope. The okie-doke, we don't go for that. All she wrote, another tale from the street, left in horror flow. The projects like a ghost trying to haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folks who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting till they light movie curtain closed. Nowadays your foes will block you wearing Malcolm X hats. 666, the devil on his shoulder won the death match. Reminiscing when more street ninjas was off the hook, chasing D's up off the block. On the run and get the force, blood on pavement. He's 12 years old and he's tough to play with. He don't go to playgrounds, that's his fiends who want their veins stick. We can't miss. We can hit the talk and put our hands behind our back, our eyes closed and half brainless. Don't play with us. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost trying to haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folk who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting till they light movie curtain close. Yeah, Btbtv. It's the movement, man. Yo, Born. Yo, Born, let's get him. Let's get him.
Yo, Jay.
Huh?
We came to the fact, right, that the daddy's a fucking rat.
Who?
The daddy's a rat.
Yeah, the nigga's a pitch nigga.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I thought he was one of them stand-up dads or something like that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I see that he
that nigga eating the cheese.
He eating the cheese. He one of them. He put the gun. You put the gun in your son's hand. You create that monster. Now you want to destroy him in prison.
Mm-hmm.
I
tell my brother-in-law this shit all the time, man. Like he done turned his boys into sociopaths. You know, these niggas out here now indiscriminately shooting motherfuckers and stabbing motherfuckers, and you know, he wondering why they can't stay out of jail. Well, nigga, you done created these motherfuckers. You should be in jail with them. Frankly, you know, you didn't put the worst you could put in them as kids. You had these motherfuckers fighting each other and beating each other up. You know, oh, I was trying to make them a man. No, you made them niggas retarded. Now look at them. You got one sitting in jail for I don't know how many years. You know, he didn't. Man, it's a fucking mess. Let's just put it like that. It's just like I say, man. It's what you come up on, who bring you up, how they raise you up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, like I said, I'm gonna say it like this, yo. Like I love my sons, I love my kids, all my sons and my daughters. You know, I love them to the utmost, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I was ever put in a situation like that with my son, I'm gonna hold water because I know my son gonna do the right thing.
Right, that's the relationship you and your son had.
These crab little niggas. This son's a crab little nigga. Even my father was guilty, I'll fucking take the time for my dad, bro.
Man, fuck that old nigga. You old nigga. They got healthcare behind the wall, nigga.
Nah,
you get extra trays. You got that AARP behind the wall, nigga. You could go through the line and get an extra tray. Huh?
You talk to your dad?
No, fuck that nigga. You out there busting moves? You busting moves, old nigga? I ain't getting none of that money neither, and you stingy bitch. Don't even call me collect, motherfucker.
Yo, we out here. I'm gonna call you the back, yo. I'm gonna call you the phone.